Hello buddies and welcome back to this masterclass for the beginners in C programming language. Here's your guy once again, the Wolf, and today guys we are going to learn about strings in C. And in the previous lesson we've been talking about arrays, multi-dimensional arrays, how to create, how to add and retrieve item, how to loop through. But you know what, we have changed the topic today, so let's talk about this string. It's your guy once again, the Wolf, and you are welcome. So okay, welcome back. So let's start by creating a new project here. I'm using cat block. If you're not familiar with this, just install one, and I have the video that I show you how to install this. So let's start by creating this console application, just like this, and then go. And from here we can just say next, and then we can keep C. And it seems that we normally repeat this all the time, so I'm just going to write this C strings, just like that, and then click next, and there we go, just click finish. Well, you can see we have the source here, and if I open the source, we have already the main method here where the program just start running from here. And if we can run this, it's going to print hello world. So let's start. So strings are used for storing text characters. So if we want to store some strings, you need to store them in a string format when you're using C and maybe Java and even Python, something like that. So for example, let's say that hello world is a string of character which is written like hello world. You can see on the desktop here. Unlike many other programming languages, C does not actually have the string type to easily create string variable like in Java, where you just create a variable and then declare it as a string, and then you can store the string just like that. In C, we do something different. It's likely to store things in terms of characters. Like for example, we have A, B to C to Z, then we can store them A, B, C as a character, and then you can get them as a package or in an array format. So we use the character type, and we create an array. That's how we store strings in C. So let's see how to do that. For example, we're just going to, let me just add here, and then say car, because we don't have a string like in Java, so I can say greetings. Actually, I should cut this off. What is this? And just delete this. I don't know what I was doing. So car, and then we can say greeting. So we have said that we store them in an array format, and you can see a character is just one single letter, just like A, B, C, D. So those single letters can create a word, and then that word can be stored in this format. So string is equals to we can say hello the wolf, just like that. And then from here now, this is how we create strings in C. So note that you have to use a double quote, this double quote here. Remember, you have to use this. So to output the string, if you want to print this hello the wolf, you can use the print function. You can see here the print function already, and together with the format specifier, like because if it was an int, you could have used the specifier format, which is different, but this one we use S. So let me just use this specifier formatter, which is a %s, to tell C that we are now working with strings. So to do that, you need to say, let me just remove this, and then this double quote, this way I use this specifier format to use a %s, meaning the string, and now I can I can control copy, and then I can print this out, control V. So in that way I can now run this, and boom, you can see I've printed something out. Yes, we're waiting, so it's coming out, and there we are. Hello the wolf here. So that is it. So let's see on how we can access strings. So we need to access some strings from this. So since strings are actually arrays in C, you can access a string by referring to its index number inside the square bracket. So for example, if we want to access W here, or the T or the H, or whatever the letters we want here, we're going to use we want to use an index. So if we use an index here, we want to get the specific letter that we want. So let's see this one example here on how we can access the first character, which will be index 0 in this greeting array. So to do that, we need to now, because this is specifier format for string, we need a character. Specifier format for character, so we can access the first character here. So we put 0 because 0 is the first index in this string. So we're going to print out H. So I'm just going to run this again. And as you here it's running. So as you can see, we have printed H on our console here. So let's continue. Okay, let's see how we can modify strings. So to change the value of a specific character in a string, we refer to the index number, and we use a single quote. So to modify a certain word in these greetings, we need to use the index, and we assign it the character that we want to modify. To do that is so easy. So we just say, for example, we have this. Let's just copy this, control copy, and then paste here. And then, for example, we just want to change the hello. We can put a 0 there, and then we can now assign it a new character, whereby we can use a double or single quote. And for example, let's say for example, which data we do want? Let's say G, right? So if we print these greetings, and we remove this, you're going to find yellow the wolf. So let me just save this, or just run just like that. Oh, something went wrong here. So G, and let's see, where did I make a mistake? I don't love making mistakes. Probably it's because I printed a character here instead of S, which is a string. So if I run it again, we're going to get that. Okay, there we go. You can see Jello the wolf. So let's see on how we can also look through a string. So you can also look through a character of string using a for loop, and we've been using for loop for the longest time, in history. So I'm going to create a new. Let me just remove this, and now let me create a character, a car, and maybe I call it a car name, and like that. I don't know which car is the latest in the market. Me, as long as the car actually drives so good and the engine is so like that one, immense engine. I'm good with that, but let me just call it. My favorite car is it's actually a Volkswagen. I don't know. Maybe I should have Toyota. Or let me just have a Mark X, just like that. Well, so from here I just wanna look through. So the first thing I'm going to do here, I'm going to create an int I, and then the next thing, so let me just use a for loop. So for I, you can say for I is equal to 0, comma, and then I is less than 5 semicolon and then plus plus concatenating I. So we're going to loop through all this. So I should put an I here. So from here I can, so what do I want? So let me just put this print function in here and just cut it like that and then put it here, and I think the return function should be as here. So from here I'm going to print out the car name. So the car name is control copy and just do like this over here, and I'm just going to put an I here so that I can loop through all the strings, I mean the characters in this string. So let me just run this. So it's running. Let's see what we have here. Why are you not printing anything? Okay, maybe there is a problem somewhere. Okay, what did I not do? Oh, probably it's just printed. Let's run again. So markx int Volvo. What's the problem with this? I think that is let me run it again and see whether it's printing. Something is wrong here. I don't know what is wrong. This is tight. So every time I miss this out, so this should be characters, not string. So characters, and then I should put them in a new line so that I can have them vertically arranged. So let me just run it again. It's running. Boom, we have there, you can see we have block over there. Wow, okay, let's see. And before that, so, and like we specified in the array chapter, you can also use the size of formula instead of just manually writing the size of the array in the loop condition, like I is less than 5. So to make the loop more sustainable, we do something like we need to use the length of. So in this int here, I'm just going to change a few things, and then I call it length is equal to size of. You can see here, it's not a C++ though. Size of car name, so it's to give a control copy to give the size of this length, the length of this, and then once we have the size, so the size of car name, you actually start from index 0, so it will count out the size, and then once we have the size, now I can have something like, not something but int I declared, and now we can use a for I is this, and then instead of just 5, now I can just take this length. Oh, it should be length. So copy this, and now not 5, but I will use that. The length is, and then I concatenate from here. Now again it's character car name, so again I can run this and see what we have. So we can use this procedure to do so what we wanted to do. Okay, you can see you have the markets down there. Okay, let's continue. Again, there is another way of just actually creating these strings, and it's so for example, I mean, I can say that in the example above we use the string retro to create a string variable. This is the easiest way to create a string in C. So you should also know that you can create a string with a set of characters. This example, I will produce the same result as example in the beginning of this page. So to do that, again, we have this character here, and the greetings is just right here. Let me just call it greetings, and there is an array, just like that, and then equal to now to create this, you should create curly braces, and now we're gonna have the characters just like You can have so many of them. So we can have maybe hello caps. Let me just I wish I should and actually they should me a mark. This is another way of creating a string. So E and then a comma and then E again, double L and then a comma there and then this is another way of creating a string, guys. And then here like that, and then we can have maybe probably a space here, just like that. We can have a space, and then this space we can just like that. Maybe that's enough. That's enough. I don't want to put there, and I can put this one. So we can create this as this, and the last three you need to put backslash and then put in 0. Why do we do this? This is actually string termination. This is how we do, and that's when the program actually that's how the program noticed that we have come to an end of the string. So that's what we do. So I can remove this over here, and then now I can print also this one here, and then print. Now this is string, not in a new line, and we can print this greetings. Copy and the greetings. So if I print this out, let's see what we have. Oh, I didn't put this over here, and let's run it, and it's saying that there is a problem somewhere. Let me check it, and then I come back because it's a tiny error, but it can take you a couple of times. So I think I did not put, what was this anyway? This was string termination. So in this string termination, I should have placed this over here, just like that, and then remember to put a comma here. Let's run it again and see what we have. So run it again. Somewhere it's saying that error expected statement before this. So okay, I should have done this. The reason why I'm getting this error is because I placed this in, remove this. So let's run it again, and the return, there is always a problem somewhere. It's telling me that why are you giving me stress anyway? You keep on telling me that this return should be inside. Cut this, then read this space, and so I should not have this, but this should be in here. Let me run it again, and there it's coming out. Just wait for a minute. There we have hello, and also I can do something like greeting 2, where I can have let me just do it. I can have the greeting 2, which is no need, but that is it. No need for that because it's the same thing. So why do we include this thing here, \0? So I've already said that this character at the end, this is known as the null terminating character, and must be included when when we are creating string using this method. So it tells you that is the end of the string. So differences. The difference between two ways of creating strings is that the first method is easy to write, and you do not have to include this character as it do it for you. So yeah, this much complex, I guess. So you should note that the size of this array about the same. So real life example. Let's do one real example here. So let me just delete this and do one more live example here. Live example is that I have this character here and I can call this now message, and this message I want to say good to see you brothers and sisters, so this should be a string like good to see you, and just like that. And maybe I can have semicolon here, and I should have maybe car again, and then this car I can call f name, and let's use an array, and I can call it the pinch. I call it pinch. Okay, so if to print this out, this is a little example, guys, remember that. So I can have 2% here because I just want to print two of them. So string, and then again percentage s. I can put an exclamation mark here, just like that, and then I can create a message, and the f name. So it's f name, just like that. So let me just print it out. I must kill this terminal first of all and run it. Probably I didn't put, normally I do this mistake, I don't know why. So run this, and there we go. You have good to see you pinch. So guys, that is how we do strings in C. Hope that you got the concept, and hope that you're happy to join the class of today. Thank you so much, and I appreciate you being part of us. Thank you so much. It's your guy once again, the Wolf, and goodbye.